The inception of the Saudi-backed LIV Golf Series has mostly seemed like a blessing for all the golfers who are convinced to join the new franchise. We mean, it's more money and less game time. Moral opinions apart, it sounds like a good deal. However, some of these golfers seem to have been caught up in the aftermath of their decision, from losing friends and relationships to losing millions in endorsement and sponsorship deals. Two such players are Sergio Garcia and Dustin Johnson. So stay with us in this video as we take you through everything around the Adidas brand dropping these two golfers. The LIV Golf has been preparing to tee off for the first event of the 2023 season. But amid the joy and speculation of what a season they could have, Adidas has announced dumping two of the LIV's major players, Dustin Johnson and Sergio Garcia. In a statement to the media, Adidas disclosed that it has ended its relationship with LIV team champion Dustin Johnson, who had been an ambassador for the brand for more than 15 years. That's right, 15 years is a lot, but it's all over. According to Jeff Leinhart, Adidas golf president, Johnson and the Adidas mutually decided to end the agreement. Dustin has been a terrific spokesperson for the Adidas brand for over 15 years. We've had a front row seat to him winning 3 major titles, rising to number 1 and cementing himself as one of the greatest golfers of all time. All while wearing the 3 stripes. We wish Dustin the best of luck in the future, Leinhart stated. While many people believe it has something to do with Johnson defecting to the breakaway tour, a statement from ESPN has said that Johnson actually wanted to discontinue his contract. You probably didn't see that coming, but it's believed that he ended his deal with the sports brand to enable him to focus on promoting the merchandise of his LIV team, the Four Aces. Speaking ahead of LIV Golf's second season opener in Mexico, where he will lead his team, the Four Aces, Johnson acknowledged the split with Adidas, saying that the whole deal was just not working. That just wasn't working out, he explained. It was plainly the way things will go. It's preferable for both of us to split ways, and, as team captain, having the ability to go out and locate a clothing sponsor is more helpful. He went ahead to speak on why the split was necessary and how it was in the best interest of his team. Theoretically, you could put someone else in the position that Adidas previously held in making their apparel, and the sponsorship income would be split with the team. Everything we do, especially from now moving forward, it's going to be about the team and what's best for it. So that's definitely the goal, Johnson added. Sources have also reported that the 38-year-old Johnson, who has represented Adidas since the beginning of his professional career, wanted to move in a different direction. Adidas and Johnson may have enjoyed a good relationship, but at this point, judging from the direction DJ seems to be headed for his team, the brand doesn't just fit in. There's a bit of understanding in this actually. Johnson is on a new golf team with the aim of pushing the LIV's name even further. One of the important things to do for a new team is to build a brand identity, and for the Four Aces, their shirt is the primary asset for that identity. But what about the Spaniard, who has also gotten dropped from his deal? Surely he doesn't have a team he's building as well, or does he? Despite being with the brand for years, Adidas has refused to renew its partnership with Sergio Garcia. It has been reported that the apparel line may have had a couple of strong reasons for terminating the partnership. For one, Garcia did not show the Adidas logo on his cap for his LIV games and events. The same goes for Johnson. Also, Sergio Garcia has little or no main screen time, as he now plays on the LIV Golf Series. He no longer has enough television exposure to merit their agreement. To Adidas, that may seem like he is beginning to lose his charm, even though LIV has signed a deal with the CW to broadcast the tournament this season. CW is alright, but it's definitely not the major media companies or streaming platforms, all of which have kept loyal to the PGA Tour. Definitely, that means not enough media publicity for the clothing brand. Meanwhile, as LIV Golf is set to transition into its second full year, many have lauded the franchise segment of the endeavor as a preliminary facilitator for future sponsorships and revenue. 12 teams will compete in a 14-event schedule with 12 captains for each team, including Johnson and Garcia, as well as others like Phil Mickelson, Brian DeChambeau, Brooks Koepka, and Cameron Smith, each owning 25% of the team. This format has each team paying for its own operating expenses, using sponsorships, team prize money, and prizes. Little wonder Johnson was eager to break free from Adidas. There's more for him in doing so. However, LIV Golf's projected amount for players potential sponsors, and owners has not changed. The potential value of the four-person club is $1 billion. Players' uniforms are considered one of the main billboards for such sponsorships. Most LIV Golf participants did not wear matching uniforms for the previous season, but their apparel is expected to be more appropriate for this drive. Some love it more than others. Patrick Reed wearing it everywhere he goes to wind up the DP and PGA Tours. We wouldn't be surprised if he slept in them. Spending well over $784 million to launch the track during its first season, although it received no official sponsorship. It'd be nice to see how much financial backing they get this season. Despite the fact that the split from Adidas may seem like a hard blow, it marks a notable change for Johnson and Garcia, who have long been associated with the brand. Johnson won both individual and team championships in his first season in LIV Golf, while Garcia has 36 professional tournaments around the world, including the 2017 Masters tournament prior to the LIV. You have no idea how many brands are waiting to get a hold of these golf treasures. In summary, Adidas' decision to part ways with Dustin Johnson and not renew Sergio Garcia's contract draws attention to the growing allure of LIV Golf. Prior to the Adidas saga, a growing roster of golfers had already lost sponsorships as they left the PGA Tour to join the LIV Series. And while LIV promises lucrative salaries to its members, the net financial impact of the transition remains. Surprisingly though, Adidas, for one, did not sever ties with all LIV players. Joaquin Niemann of Chile is still associated with the company. But this isn't Johnson's first sponsorship deal that will be terminated. After joining the LIV Series, the Royal Bank of Canada got 2 big wins from Johnson on the new franchise. But he still dropped him. After rising to world number 1 in 2018, the golf champ became a partner at RBC, winning the 2022 RBC Canadian Open. The RBC also sponsored Northern Irishman Graham McDowell, but has now fired both golfers without hesitation after they turned down the PGA Tour for LIV. As a result of professional golfers Dustin Johnson and Graham McDowell's decision to compete in Round 1 of the LIV Golf Invitational Series, RBC has terminated its sponsorship agreement with the 2 players. RBC said in a statement. Harsh. But it gets harsher. Bryson DeChambeau, another golfer who left the PGA Tour to join the LIV Golf Invitational Series, having been reportedly offered over $100 million for the conversation, got some smoke too. Immediately after his move was made public, Rocket Mortgage did not hesitate to part ways with the major champion. Rocket Mortgage is a renowned partner on the PGA Tour, and DeChambeau even won the 2020 Rocket Mortgage Classic, held in Detroit. But this didn't hold them back from dropping him. Effective immediately, we have terminated our sponsorship agreement with Bryson, Rocket Mortgage said in a statement. We wish him all of the best for his future success, the statement read. There's also Phil Mickelson, who lost sponsorships on deflecting after becoming LIV Golf's biggest acquisition with a sign-up fee of $200 million. For Mickelson, the cost was even higher than most other golfers. He lost most of his corporate backers, including Callaway, Heineken, KPMG, and Workday. Most of these came after writer Alan Shipnuck published a controversial statement Mickelson made to him about LIV Golf investments. Callaway suspended Mickelson, but KPMG, Heineken, and Workday severed ties with the 6-time winner entirely. KPMG US and Phil Mickelson have agreed to end their sponsorship immediately. We wish him all the best, a KPMG spokesman said in a statement. KPMG continues to sponsor brand ambassadors on the PGA and LPGA Tour and is the title sponsor of the highlight of the LPGA Tour, the KPMG PGA Women's Championship. They made sure to add. But that's not all. Even Lee Westwood was not spared. He applied for a waiver to join the LIV Golf Invitational Series in May 2022, and that was enough for UPS to cut the Englishman loose after having worked together for 14 years. The brand expressed valuing the relationship they had with the golfer, but had to make a decision based on what's best for their business, with the UPS spokeswoman, Kara Ross, saying, "We will continue to focus on sponsorship initiatives that are important for UPS and consistent with our business priorities. Make some money on the LIV Golf Series, lose some from your sponsorship deals."